Hey, good afternoon, folks. We're here live in beautiful St. Augustine, Florida for today's matchup. On one side, we have the Seton Hill Griffins all the way from Greensburg, Pennsylvania, taking on your Flagler College Saints. Coming into play today, Seton Hill sitting at 0-2. Flagler sitting at 6-1, winners of 4 straight. Coming off 2 ranked opponent wins against Embry-Riddle back on February 28th and then Assumption on March 3rd. Should be a great matchup today. Both teams are getting ready right now. Just about to get set for action here in St. Augustine. So players to watch on both sides. For the Saints, of course, who else? Lexi Morton. Morton coming into play today with 32 points, 25 goals, 7 assists. She leads the team in all categories. In addition, Carly Teeple, Sydney Onega, both coming in at 17 and 14 points respectively. On the other side for the Griffins, going to be looking out for Skylar Orlowski, as well as Carly Sutphin, both with 10 points, 8 goals, 2 assists each on the year so far. In goal for Flagler, we have Lauren Ribadenera coming off a great performance against Assumption. She'll be a big part of today's match as Seton Hall is going to try and get the ball past her all day. All right, getting set for the draw here. Looks like it'll be Greta McGinnis for the Saints, trying to win possession for them to start off this game. On the other side, it'll be Mila Udovic. Excuse me. The referee's getting him set now. He gives his signal, and we are underway. Seton Hall able to win the draw. They'll take it down. It's going to be Sutphin first. She gives it off to Kintner. Kintner shoots and scores immediately on the first possession. Michaela Kintner got the ball from Sutphin, went straight down the alley and finishes with the right hand, buries one past Ribadenera, and just like that, already 1-0, Seton Hill is out to an early lead. And that's got to make head coach Dinah Cifelli very happy, traveling a long distance to come all the way to St. Augustine, facing the number 9 team in the country and starting off with a goal already. That is exactly what the doctor ordered for Seton Hill. So we'll do it again, another draw at the center circle. Once again, we'll have McGinnis and Udovic. And this time, McGinnis is able to come up with it. She'll take it back toward the restraining line. And Spadafora will take it the other way. She's got a double. Treads the line carefully, gets it back. They're going to work it to the opposite field. Right now, and Caitlin Traynor able to take it across the restraining line. She'll move it behind the goal. And the Saints will set up shop on offense for the first time today. It's Tristan Usher with the ball passing up top. LaFerriere has it in her left hand, switches right, dodging right down the alley. Looking to move it on, and she'll just take it behind the goal herself. And Morton flipping it over to Ella Pinder. Ella Pinder, like we said, one of those players to watch for the Saints. Saints possessing it well, moving it around a couple times. On the drive, this time it's Tristan Usher going underhand, sneaking it past the goalkeeper, Gia Castellano, for Seton Hill, and Flagler's already knotted it up at 1 goal apiece. And Flagler so patient on that possession, got the ball around twice, and eventually it was Usher, after wearing down the defense, able to take it with the left hand and finish low past Castellano. So we're back to center circle. Another draw here. Each team has won one and gone down and scored. And the referee getting them set. Yeah, moving a little. And they are ready. And this one, battle for the ball going toward the restraining line, and it is across. And they're going to say Flagler possession going the other way. So it'll be Pinder taking it over midfield. Trying to dodge left, gets it back to Trainer. Trainer gets it inside the restraining line. She goes right toward the goal. Trainer will move it behind the goal. Smart decision there. Had a little opening, but decided to take the conservative route. And here is Pinder. She'll back it up. Morton behind the goal. Using a pick there, and she'll move it up to Pinder. Pinder dodges right. Good defense there. That's Spatafora, number 22 for Seton Hill, playing some excellent defense on Pinder. And they're going to need that throughout this game to stop one of the many forces on offense for the Saints. The shot just wide left. That was Sydney Oniga. I'm sure we'll be saying her name a lot today. And Spatafora picks it up, and the ball will go the other way for the Griffins. Castellano gets it out. And Brooklyn Miller's able to take it across midfield inside the restraining line for the Griffins. The dodge left. Going to move it out. And that's number 37, Grace Agnello. But the shot is saved by Ribadenera. And the Saints will try and clear it, take it the other way. So Caitlin Trainer trying to take it across midfield. She has an opening, and she's across. Oh, and they're going to get a foul there. Looks like they're going to get number 3, Elena Tassel, with that call there. Yeah, we're going to see a green card. The first one of the day. That's a 1-minute releasable penalty. And the Saints will go on their first power play of the day. So it'll be Carly LaFerrier moving it behind the goal to Tristan Usher. Usher possessing it, looking. Fires it up top, and here's Pinder looking to dodge. Pinder going right. The shot, off the post on the left side, and buries one right past Castellano. And Flagler takes their first lead of the day. It's a score of 2-1 thanks to Ella Pinder.
Flagler goal scored by number 15, Ella Pinder.
And for Pinder, that's now 13 goals on the season. She has been a formidable force there on the midfield side. So 11:18 to go here in the first. 2-1 Flagler leads. It was a quick goal by Seton Hill, then Flagler knotted it up shortly after. And after going back and forth, Flagler able to take an early lead. So we'll see if they can build on it here. That's been the story of their season, getting out to an early lead and maintaining it, not letting the opponent get back into the game. And this draw goes up. It's batted around a bit and into the waiting arms of Seton Hill's Michaela Kintner, and she'll move it up to the attack. Well defended there by Kenzie Dillon. And the Griffins are able to move it back up top and set up shop. So up top, it's Agnello. Moves it over to Forsyth. And now behind the goal, looking right on the goal circle. Great save by Lauren Ribadenera. Yeah, it looks like we had Orlowski right on the goal circle. Ribadenera able to stuff her. And Flagler once again going the other way with a lot of speed. Going downhill is Kenzie Dillon. She still has it. And she'll safely move it over to Lexi Morton, who will get it behind the goal. And once again, Flagler will set up the offense and try to extend this lead. So Martha Halford possessing, dodging right. Halford, real crafty in there, able to get away from the defense. The shot, well, it's no good for Maddie Hartstock, but looks like we may have a shooting space call. And we do. It'll be Maddie Hartsock from the 8-meter line. Referee's giving her direction. And Hartsock takes it. She's just going to back it out. Gets it out to Halford. Halford over to the wing. Claudia Tanksley moving it over to Carly Teeple. And Morton once again moves it behind the goal to Onega. Onega going left. Looking for her cutter. She takes it back right around the goal. Onega still looking. She'll move it back up top to Halford. Halford gets it over to Hartsock. Here comes Morton. Morton hit to the ground. And looks like we're going to have a foul called on Seton Hill. That's going to go against Amara Forsyth. So Lexi Morton, the free play from about the 8-meter arc. Morton taking it left. She shoots off the post. Up in the air. Battle for the ball to the left side of the goal, and Flagler's able to come up with it. It's Sydney Onega with the ground ball and a scrum of players there. Flagler patiently waiting for a good opportunity. In no hurry at all. Usher's pass goes a little bit high, and it's picked up by the Griffins. And they will try and take it the other way. The ball comes out of the stick. And another scrum, and this time Claudia Tanksley picks up the ground ball and is immediately knocked to the ground. So Flagler briefly loses possession, but great defense on the clear to force McKenna Twombly to lose the ball. And it's Tanksley with the ground ball, and they'll have possession once again on offense. Yeah, like we said, Seton Hill coming off a loss to St. Leo. Flagler actually played them back on February 24th, was able to win, but it was a closer score than you would expect, 11-10. Usher up top, Pinder. Looks like they're going with the wheel play here. Tanksley. It looks like we may have a shooting space, and Claudia will have a chance here at a free play. Tanksley taking it toward the goal and is stuffed. Great save there by Castellano. Stood tall, and it was well defended. Tanksley was able to get the ball off. Morton chasing, great check from behind on Spadafora. Spadafora, clearly the clearing specialist for the Griffins. Morton playing some excellent defense there, but the Griffins are able to maintain possession. So the penalty about to release for Seton Hill. Carly Sutphin serves the end of it and will come back onto the field. So we're even strength now between the two sides. Seton Hill going to start their offense up. It's Agnello up top, passing over to Sutphin. Sutphin looking, tried to use the pick from Agnello. Sutphin with the low shot, a dribbler, and too easy for Lauren Ribadenera. And Flagler once again will try and take it the other way. So Kenzie Dillon tries to find Eva Stein, unable to connect. However, Carly Teeple able to pick up the ground ball and set up the offense for the Saints. Just under 7 to go here in the first. 2-1 still the score between Flagler and Seton Hill. LaFerrier and Pinder setting it up top. Pinder looking like she's going to dodge. She goes left. And another foul. Looks like this one's going to go against Forsyth for the Griffins. Once again at the 8-meter mark. This time it's Ella Pinder. Pinder taking it in, shoots and buries it right past Castellano. And that's now 2 goals on the day for Ella Pinder. And she increases the lead to 3-1 for the Saints. Excellent finish there.
Scored by number 15, Ella Pinder.
Pinder up to 14 goals on the year, 16 total points. And it's just the patience from Flagler. Seton Hill not able to get set up on offense after winning that first draw, going down for the goal. Flagler just waiting for a stop or a save and patiently waiting for a good opportunity or a mistake from the Griffins, and they are capitalizing. So it'll be another draw between Greta McGinnis and Mila Udovic for the Griffins. Ball goes up, batted around a bit. It looks like, yeah, they're going to get Ella Pinder with a push-off there. And there's a bit of a discussion here. Grant Kellum thinking there should not be a card. The referee's going to deliberate, and they will say no card, but it will be possession to the Griffins. So Carly Sutphin takes it over, gets it within the restraining line to Orlowski. Orlowski and Sutphin, the 2 to watch on offense here for the Griffins, the 2 leading scorers so far this year. And Orlowski driving right, looking for her cutters. Well defended, but oh, they're going to get a penalty marker against the Saints. Well defended, close call there. It'll be Tassel at the 8-meter mark. Tassel shot stopped by Ribadenera. Great start to the game in the first for Ribadenera. A lot of clutch saves. Seton Hill maintains possession as they swing it back up top. Brooklyn Miller driving right. Ella Pinder not letting her, and forces an unforced error out of bounds behind the net. And Flagler once again just waiting for Seton Hill to make a mistake, and they'll take it the other way. Ribadenera in no hurry, looking for Kenzie Dillon. Dillon going to take it herself, weaving through the defense. Loses it for a second, gets her own ground ball, and once again loses possession. So another scrum, and who else? Kenzie Dillon comes up with it. And the ball goes the other way. Oh, my goodness. And now we have Udovic all alone going against Ribadenera. She buries it. It's hard to tell what happened there on the far side, but Seton Hill got it. It was a great look back. And Udovic had a free breakaway, just her and the goalie. And Ribadenera has been fantastic today, but it is going to be tough to stop that 10 times out of 10. So Seton Hill closing the gap a bit. Now a 3-2 Flagler lead. 4:47 to go here in the first. All right, so Udovic will go back to the center circle for the draw. Ball goes up. First time we're seeing Allie Miller on the draw for the Saints. And they will give possession to the Griffins. So Seton Hill trying to stay in this game. Still 3-2. Plenty of time. But it looks like Flagler could have made this one get out of hand pretty quickly. And Seton Hill very resilient. Oh, well defended there by Eva Stein. The ball's on the ground. They're going to say possession Flagler. You saw them try to drive on Stein. She says, no, sir. And Flagler's taking it the other way. This time, Caitlin Trainer taking it across restraining. Trainer, oh, great dodge left. She shoots. Excellent save by Castellano. They put it back in the circle for her, and hey, the Griffins now going the other way. A lot of good defense in this first period. Udovic getting it down the alley behind the goal. Passing it back up top to Sutphin. And it's Sutphin looking to dodge. Splitting, now spinning, trying to dodge right, pass it out. And the Griffins will simply take it behind the goal. Well defended there, but they're going to get a call. That one's going to go against Jen Seebach. All right, so we'll have Elena Tassel at the 8-meter mark. Let's see if she's able to tie this one up. Tassel tries low off the pipe. Very close. She had the lower right corner open. Just misses it by an inch, and it'll be Dillon taking it the other way. She'll get it to Usher, who will take it behind the goal. Kenzie Dillon so reliable on these clears. You just give it to her, let her do the rest. Most of the time, things are going to work out for you. Flagler slowing things down. Once again, very patient with their offense, waiting for Seton Hill to make a mistake or something to open up. Pinder's going to move it behind the goal to Oniga. Oniga over to the wing. It's Lexi Morton. Haven't said her name too much today. I'm sure we'll see a few goals from her. And Morton, there it is, right on cue. Drives right down the goal line, puts a stick in her left hand, puts it back in the right. Able to finish it past Castellano. And that's the first goal of the day for Lexi Morton. Already up to 26 now on the season, and extends the Flagler lead to 4-2 with 2:16 to go here in the first. And once again, all set up by Kenzie Dillon's clear. So valuable when you have a player you can just give the ball to and let her run all the way across the field and help set up your offense. So once again, it'll be Allie Miller on the draw for the Saints. She'll be going up against Udovic. Udovic has done every draw for the Griffins so far. Hasn't really come off the field much. And Miller able to win it into the waiting hands of Martha Halford. But the ball goes out of bounds, so it'll be Griffin's ball going the other way on the far side. And turned over, picked off by Teeple. Teeple taking it the other way. She's just going to stop, take it out, but well read by Teeple. She saw that coming a mile away. So Flagler loses it immediately, gets the ball back. It'll be Usher behind the goal. Just under 1:40 to play here in the first. Flagler in no rush. Usher directing traffic. Defended by Van Mater. And it's Oniga. Looks like she's going to drive. She will. Goes down the goal line. Nice shot. Bounces it back. Didn't really have the angle. Just sneaks it by Castellano. And that goal line dodge working twice in a row for the Saints. Now a 5-2 lead with 1:18 to go. And this is what Flagler does. Gets out to a comfortable lead early. Nothing too crazy typically, but already 5-2, putting Seton Hill in a deficit that's going to be hard to climb out of, especially with the defense of Flagler and the goalkeeping of Ribadenera. So once again, Miller and Udovic on the draw. Referee gives their signal. The ball goes up. Halford unable to corral it. She will get the ground ball, take it the other way. Gets it up to Teeple, who will take it across the restraining line. So 1 minute left in the first. 5-2 Flagler leads. It's Usher behind the goal. Once again, looking for her cutters. Not going to force anything. Moving it back, it's Teeple. Teeple going left around the goal circle. Finds Usher. Usher with the underhand shot. Almost got it. Just shot it right into the chest of Castellano. So with just under 30 seconds, Seton Hill is going to try and get one last crack at this to cut into the deficit. So this time driving right is Twombly. Twombly going to have to move it around the goal. Her teammates call out under 10 seconds, about 6 on the clock. Looking for a cutter. Oh, behind the back, a great attempt by Orlowski. Almost had it. It goes off the pipe and out of bounds, and that's how we're going to end this first period. So 5-2 Flagler leads. Moving into the second. We're going to take a quick break here. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's been a great start to this matchup between Flagler and Seton Hill. We'll be back in a second. All right, folks, we're back here for the second period here in St. Augustine between Flagler and Seton Hill. Not to be confused with Seton Hall from South Orange, New Jersey. Nope, this is Seton Hill from Greensburg, Pennsylvania, just southwest of Pittsburgh. We had Ella Pinder with 2 goals in that first period. Udovic, just Udovic and Kintner with the goals for Seton Hill. So we'll switch sides. Allie Miller once again going up against Udovic on the draw. The officials give their sign. And here we go. Ball going toward the restrainer for Flagler. There's a bit of a scrum. And they're going to give possession to Flagler. So Teeple will get it over to Morton. And she will set up the offense behind the cage. So the Farrier driving down the alley. She goes right, bounces it. Ooh, almost snuck it by Castellano. And a good chase. Looks like the Griffins were closest to the end line, and they will take it the other way. Well defended there. Ball goes up. It's Stein battling with Orlowski, and Orlowski's going to have it going the other way as she crosses midfield. Loses possession. Picked up by Pinder. Excellent one-handed scoop. Gets it over to Morton. Morton across the restrainer, possessing it for the Saints. Morton patiently waiting. Gets it over to the wing to Tanksley. Gets it up top to Teeple. And now it's Ella Pinder. Tanksley on the wing. Flagler once again in no hurry. Morton looking. She drives right. Morton all the way around. Good save by Castellano. The ball picked up by Morton, and she is fouled. So it'll be Morton on the far side at the 8-meter mark. And Morton takes it, fires, just misses wide of the net. Tanksley able to corral the ground ball, and Flagler will set up shop once again from up top. So it's LaFerrier. She'll back it out. Here comes Pinder. Pinder going left. Faking, now takes it right. Shot just wide of the net. And Teeple closest to the goal line. So Flagler once again maintaining possession. And Morton's going to drive. 15 on the clock. Morton's shot, looks like it got deflected. It'll go out of bounds behind the cage. Flagler has to shoot soon. 5 seconds. And a nice shot. Tristan Usher posts up the defender, able to finish with the left hand right off the stick of Castellano. And just like that, it's a 6-2 game. Flagler's out in front. So not much time there. Usher just had to get a shot off and got a lucky bounce. It was a great shot and a good job getting herself in a position to get the shot off. Very impressive take and finish by Usher. So once again, we'll have Allie Miller versus Udovic for the draw. Both teams had 4 draw controls in the first period. Flagler, the lone control here in the second. Ball goes up. Halford will pick it up. Great pick there by Traynor to free up space for Halford. And Halford takes it across the restraining line. And Flagler once again setting up the offense. Just under 11:45 left in the second quarter. Flagler up 6-2 here on their home turf. Yeah, we started off with a quick goal by Seton Hill. Since then, it's been 6-1 Flagler. Oh, and an errant pass from Usher over the head of Teeple. And the Griffins catch a lucky break there. They will take it the other way. Giovanna Spadafora, clearing specialist for them, taking it up. Looking for some help. She'll get it into the hands of Gosnell. Wroblewski with 3 defenders on her, nowhere to go. Well defended by Morton, who does not agree with that call. And they're going to give her a green card, so Morton will be off for 1 minute. That's a huge break for the Griffins when they really needed some momentum to go their way. So Orlowski moves it into restraining. Griffins work it behind the cage. Wroblewski well defended there by Dillon. Ruby DePalma driving, looking to feed. It's deflected. DePalma able to pick it up. The lefty fires it over. It's intercepted. It's Kenzie Dillon. Excuse me. Molly Sloan going the other way. Oh, and the stick's knocked out of her hands. And it looks like we'll be sending off Orlowski. So a green card for Seton Hill as both teams will be even for a little bit. So it's Pinder taking it into restraining. Flagler moves it behind the goal. 5 seconds until Morton can come back on the field. They're going to stall and wait for her. And Morton is back on the field. So now a shorter power play for the Saints. And it's back up top to Pinder. Pinder's going to drive. Pass it out to Daziel. The pass to Usher. Usher finishes top left. Great finish there. Great ball movement on the wheel concept. It's going to be assisted by number 34, Madison Daziel. And it'll be Usher with another goal on the day here. She's already up to a hat trick in this game. And still 9:37 left in the second quarter. So Tristan Usher getting going early and often for the Saints. So just like that, 7-2 game. Flagler leads by 5. And Miller able to win the draw, getting it over to LaFerrier. LaFerrier driving down. She'll just take it behind the goal. So Flagler, the story of the game for them has been possession. They've possessed it better than the Griffins and had way more opportunities offensively. Usher with the fake hidden ball. Usher once again with the low shot. Swoops it on by Castellano. Now 4 goals for Usher already. Makes it an 8-2 game with 9:05 remaining in the second.
Flagler goal scored by number 42, Tristan Usher.
So already 3-0 in this second quarter. It wasn't too out of reach for the Griffins in the first quarter, but things are starting to get out of control for them as they are now down by 6. And still plenty of time left in this second quarter for Flagler to add to the lead or for Seton Hill to start a little comeback. Oh, nice play by Sutphin. Great defense by Pinder. Dillon chasing her down the alley. And Sutphin able to get it over to DePalma. And the Griffins will set up the offense. Ball goes down, but Grace Agnello all alone able to corral it and get it back up top to Orlowski. So Orlowski defended by Stein. Tries to drive left. Defended well. Oh, we're going to get a call here. Looks like it was going to be a turnover as the ball landed right into the stick of Ribdenera. And the refs are going to send the Griffins to the 8-meter mark, it looks like. Looks like it's Udovic on the far side. Udovic's shot is good. So she goes off stick side, able to force it past Ribdenera. Not much you can do there for Lauren. And that's a huge goal for Seton Hill, making it an 8-3 game, cutting into that deficit. So 8:16 remaining, 8-3. Flagler is in the lead. Once again, it'll be Allie Miller and Udovic. Udovic has done every single draw like we mentioned earlier. Allie Miller has been able to get the best of her on the last several occasions. Ball goes up high in the air, and it falls to Miller. She will take it across the restraining line, gets it to Lexi Morton, and Flagler has possession. So Tristan Usher letting the offense set itself up, looking for cutters. Once again, in no rush. Gets it to Morton on the wing. Morton drives left, spins. And she'll just move it behind the goal herself and drive again. Let's see, it looks like Morton got fouled there by Brooklyn Miller. And the officials agree, so Lexi Morton will be set up at the 8-meter mark. See if she can get her second goal of the day. Morton, just misses wide left, but Teeple's able to corral it, and Flagler maintains possession. Morton driving again, spinning again. Loses control for a bit, but able to get her own ground ball. Oh, great move by Morton to free up space there. A little swim dodge. Halford, shot is good. She went stick side low. A very hard shot to stop. Went right down the alley and buries it past Castellano. And it's now 9-3. Flagler leads. And we'll have a timeout on the field. So 6:57 remaining. Flagler up 9-3 following the goal from Martha Halford. We're going to take a quick break here, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a second. All right, folks, just out of the timeout here. Once again, the score 9-3. Flagler is on top. About 5:10 to go here in the second quarter. It'll be Udovic and Miller at the center circle for the first draw out of the timeout. All right, they're about to get set here. Yeah, that goal for Halford, that was her second of the season, only her 4th point. Good to see her getting involved as well. The ball goes up, a scrum, and Ella Pinder, way to get possession there. And she'll put it in the left hand and cross the restraining line. So once again, another Flagler draw controlled. They will set up shop once again on offense. Looks like that's going to go against number 19, Brooklyn Miller, as Virginia Fisher was trying to drive on her. First time we've said Fisher's name today. And she'll just move it back up top to Pinder. So it's LaFerrier taking it back up top. Pinder cuts through for her. Moving it outside to Fisher. Nice flip to Pinder. Pinder thought about it, thought she was fouled, and they will give it to her. So looks like they're going to get Michaela Kintner on that one. And they'll set up Pinder at the 8-meter mark, just on the far side toward the goal line. We'll see if Flagler can already get into double digits, extend this lead to 7 already. Pinder takes it out, nice fake. LaFerrier able to control it, sort of. Ball going toward the end line. And they're going to say it's Griffin possession. Moving it up to Spatafora. Spatafora finds the Palma. It's Palma, the crafty lefty, moving it across midfield. And she will enter the restraining line and set up possession for the Griffins. So Seton Hill possessing it up top. Zagnello looking for cutters. Defended nicely there by Jendrick. This time it's Brooklyn Miller dodging, taking it back out, 25 on the clock. Now 20, they'll move it behind the net. It's Udovic. Udovic with the ball in her right hand, misses the pass, a little bit high. Lexi Morton fighting for it, and Teeple's able to come down with it. We have a 3-on-3 situation. Pinder, the trailer behind her, and Flagler's going to stay patient here, just move it behind the goal to Onega. So they make their substitution. Daziel comes into the game. Short man up advantage on offense here. Morton might just go. She'll give it to LaFerrier. And we're back to all even. Daziel thought about it, gets it back out to Morton. Oh, and the trailer check that time by Kintner. And they're going to get Kintner right as she comes back into the game with another foul. This one will set Lexi Morton up in a great spot from the 8-meter mark. And Morton, just misses to the left side. Flagler will retain possession. We've seen Morton just barely off left today. Very unusual for her, but hasn't really mattered with the way Flagler's been able to score. And that goal is scored by who else? Tristan Usher, up to 5 goals on the day already. increasing the Flagler lead to 10-3 with 1:47 to go here in the second. Yeah, Usher one away from a double hat trick, and we're not even at halftime yet, folks.
Flagler goal scored by number 42, Tristan Usher.
Any like sponsors or anything, or am I good there? I can ad-lib. All right, so after that goal, once again, 10-3, Flagler in the lead. It's been a dominant second quarter for them as they've outscored the Griffins 5-1. Big story, Allie Miller has been dominant on the draws here so far. Udovic very strong, but Miller's won several here in this second quarter. Oh, they're going to say a false start on Udovic, so Flagler once again will have possession. Alford gets it to Teeple, who's going to work it behind the net. Oh, no, she'll get it up to Oniga on the wing. So about 10 seconds separate the shot and game clock. So we'll see how patient the Saints want to be here. If they want to hold it all the way to the end or try and get one sooner. Yeah, Oniga telling her girls to be patient. She's hanging out there on the wing. Now the Griffins are going to play some harder defense. And Oniga blows right by McMahon. Teeple. Looks like we're going to get a shooting space call there. And Sydney Oniga will set up on the near side at the 8-meter mark. Let's see if she can extend this lead to 8 or if she's going to back it out. She shoots. Nice save by Castellano. Oh, picked up by Teeple. And she is interfered with very clearly. A great save by Castellano. But Teeple does a nice job of following the shot, almost able to corral the ground ball. Honestly, a nice defensive play. Otherwise, she would have had a wide open net to shoot on. .7 seconds left until halftime. Teeple from the 8-meter mark. Teeple fires. It is good. So it's Carly Teeple this time with the goal. We've seen a lot of Saints get involved here early and often. It's been Usher with 5. And then a lot of different names have scored as well. This time it's Carly Teeple. Teeple up to 14 goals on the year. She came into play as the second leading point scorer for the Saints. It looks like Tristan Usher might have something to say about that after play here. But nonetheless, it is now 11-3 with 40 seconds left in the first half. The ball goes way up. Scrum for the ball, and Carly LaFerrier able to corral that ground ball and take it past restraining. And Flagler, if they'd like, they can hold it for the last possession of the first half. 22 seconds. Oniga checking the clock, getting the offense set up. Looks like they're going to try and get one last goal here real quick. 10 seconds. Oniga gets it to Teeple. Teeple going left around the circle, unable to finish. They're going to say there was a foul on that take. So with 3.8 seconds left in the half, Flagler with one more chance. Once again, it's Carly Teeple. Reposition opportunity here. Carly takes it. Shot just misses wide left. Usher picks up the ground ball. Pinder almost had a second to shoot it, but ran out of time. So we will go to halftime. The score is 11-3. Flagler all over Seton Hill here in the first half. Before we go to break, want to thank a few of our fabulous presenting sponsors. First, South State Bank. Welcome to Banking Forward. Jersey Mike's Subs, a sub above. Hey, stop into Jersey Mike's, get the number 7, and get it Mike's way. Hyundai of St. Augustine. When it comes to dreaming big, we're thinking of every mile. And finally, Holiday Inn Express, Flagler College Athletics official hotel. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, folks. Don't go anywhere. Next on the docket, second half action here between Flagler and Seton Hill. All right, fans, just out of the halftime break here back in St. Augustine, Florida. The score 11-3, Flagler all over the Seton Hill Griffins. Just gearing up for the third quarter here. This third quarter is brought to you by Applebee's. Stop into Applebee's. There is no place like the neighborhood. And how about Bailey Group? No matter where you want to go, we'll help you get there. Boy, is that beautiful. Both teams getting ready. We're going to see Allie Miller and Udovic out there for the first draw of the second half. We'll see if the Griffins can put up any sort of fight in this third quarter. It was somewhat close in the first, and then Flagler broke out in the second, winning that quarter by 6-1. And the main difference were the draw controls, winning 7-1 on that front, thanks to the dominance from Allie Miller. And how about another one? This one lands with LaFerrier. And Flagler will set up the offense here to begin the third quarter. So story of the game has been Tristan Usher. Tristan Usher, 5 goals already today, 1 away from that double hat trick. Normally we're saying Lexi Morton, Sydney Onaga's name, but nope, today it is Tristan Usher. Ella Pinder, nice fake there. She'll get it out to Morton. Morton well defended by Spadafora. Takes it left and, well defended. Loses control, and they're going to say the Griffins were closest to the end line. This time it's Michaela Kintner. And a nice start to the third quarter for Seton Hill. So Carly Sutphin will take it across the restraining line. She is downhill. Oh, nice pass by Sutphin. Tassell is stuffed by Ribadenera. And Stein's going to give it back to her to set up the clear. This time it's Caitlin Trainer. And Trainer takes it across the restraining line with ease. Goes inside, sets up Onaga. Onaga through the legs of the new goalie, Allison Hathaway. And it's Trainer on the assist to Onaga. 12-3, Flagler out in front. We mentioned Allison Hathaway, the new goalkeeper for the Griffins, the freshman from Downingtown, Pennsylvania. So going to be interesting to see if she can provide a spark. Already, though, Onaga able to fire one past her. So for Onaga, that's her second of the day. First assist for Trainer. And once again, it'll be Miller and Udovic on the draw. Ball goes way up. A nice play by Udovic. Takes it with one hand. Finds Kintner, who's going to get the ball down to De Palma. And the Griffins win their first draw control of the quarter. Here's Udovic, defended very nicely by Molly Sloan. Whether it's Molly Sloan, Eva Stein, or Kenzie Dillon, a lot of strong defense for Flagler, and a great play there defensively. That time, it was Jen Seabach forcing the turnover. We'll see Sloan take it herself across midfield. Sloan downhill with a lot of speed across the restraining line. And well done by Molly Sloan. So the Saints 1 goal away from forcing a running clock. And they will call a timeout. So first stoppage here in the third quarter. The score 12-3 following the goal from Sydney Onaga. 12:24 remaining here in the third period. Before we go to break, I want to thank some more of our presenting sponsors. First, KB Home, built on relationships. Evans Automotive, quality work at a fair price. And finally, Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmaster since 1968. Hey, they don't just serve barbecue, they are barbecue. We'll be right back after this, folks, with the score 12-3, Flagler on top. All right, fans, so we are back. It'll be Flagler possession on the far side behind the cage. Sydney Oniga with the ball. We'll wait for the referee's signal. And they give their signal. We are ready to go. So Teeple and LaFerrier playing that little two-man game. LaFerrier finish off the post. And almost a nice little pick and roll there. Played nicely by Teeple and LaFerrier. LaFerrier just unable to finish, going off stick side. This would be a Tassel defended closely by Kenzie Dillon. Kenzie Dillon sporting the Joker face paint. It's got to be intimidating on the field when you see that, and it's a turnover. Ball goes right to Caitlin Traynor. And Traynor, like a freight train going down the sideline, stays in bounds and beats her man and gets it over to Lexi Morton, who will set up the offense. And that's been a big difference here. Seton Hill with a lot more turnovers than the Saints. And we see another one just go right to Caitlin Traynor. And it's too easy. Once she gets the ball, gets going downhill, it is hard to stop her. LaFerrier flips it over to Oniga. Oniga drives right. Low shot. Hey, great save by the freshman Allison Hathaway. And the Griffins will take it the other way. So it's Sutphin blowing by the midfield for the Saints. Still going downhill. And she'll back it out here and set up the offense for Seton Hill. Oh, that was a dangerous pass there. Ball's on the turf now. Agnello able to corral the ground ball. We're starting to see Seton Hill force the issue a little bit, knowing they're down by 9, trying to avoid that running clock. See the flip. Well defended there by Stein. Twombly, a nice pass to Orlowski. Orlowski saved by Ribadenera. Orlowski, a great job getting open there. Oh, no foul call there. The Flagler sideline and the parents calling for one against Brooklyn Miller of the Griffins, but they say likely incidental contact of some sort. Goes back up top. This time it's Twombly. Twombly fires, save, Ribadenera. And they're going to say Flagler possession, so they'll take it the other way. Another great save by Ribadenera. Twombly tried to go off stick right by the hip, and Ribadenera able to step in front and stop it. So this time it's Molly Sloan on the clear, moving it up to Tanksley. Tanksley, the sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia, with possession and gets it back up top to Maddie Hartsock. So Hartsock gets it to Oniga. Waiting for the offense to get set. In no rush here, as we've mentioned. Flagler, once again, waiting for the right opportunities here. Haven't been forcing the issue at all. Hartsock looking for cutters. She'll take it herself. Down the wing, goes back. It's Oniga. Oniga rolls. Thought about shooting. She'll just take it behind the net. Under 20 on the shot clock. All right, and they're going to get Spadafora with the foul, so Oniga maintains possession. 10 on the shot clock. Up to Halford. Already has a goal today. Yeah, and they get the shooting space call. It was called out by Grant Kellum. And we'll see Claudia Tanksley, the free position from the 8-meter mark. Claudia's shot bounces just over the goal, but Oniga is there. And the shot clock expires anyways. So the Griffins will take it the other way. A strong possession by Flagler, just unable to finish. So far, only one goal for either side here in the third, and it's by Flagler. Twombly taking it past the restrainer. She'll take it down the alley and move it behind the net. Here's Orlowski, the one to watch on offense here. The Saints have done a great job containing her. Oh, a nice play there. And it looks like we're going to get a shooting space call. And Orlowski will have a free position from the near side here. So the Griffins haven't caught many breaks today, but here's a nice opportunity to dig into that 9-point deficit. And no, they'll just move it back up top. And it's batted around. Halford has it. And they'll get it back to Ribadenera and set up the clear. Once again, now it's Caitlin Traynor who will take it the other way. Traynor blowing past the two defenders there. They're going to say that's a foul on Carly Sutphin. Morton to Oniga behind the net. It'll be Halford looking to dodge. Halford, a nice little swim move. Halford off the pipe. We've seen about 3 or 4 of those for Flagler, and you got to think if only half of those go in, it's already an 11-goal game. So a tough break there for Halford. Would have been her second goal of the day. And this time, oh, just misses on the shot there. That was Madison Daziel. Here's Teeple. Teeple with a nice fake takes it in. Oh, a great save by Allison Hathaway. Hathaway putting on a nice display after replacing Gia Castellano. 5:30 to go here in the third quarter. It's Sutphin taking it across the restraining line. She looks, oh, beautiful find. It's Udovic who just misses wide left. Kintner gets it back up top. It's Twombly. Twombly fires, unable to connect with Sutphin. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Flagler possession on the end line. Once again, turnovers the story for Seton Hill. Also fouls in that first half. 12 fouls against Seton Hill, only 3 against Flagler. So Flagler doing a nice job playing a clean game here. And they once again have possession as Oniga takes it behind the goal. So this time it's Ella Pinder. Nope. Pinder will pass it on over to LaFerrier. They go back and forth for a bit. Pinder dodges. Oh, loses possession. There's a scrum in there, and Daziel able to come up with it. The ball's knocked away from her. In a little battle there, it was Morton and Kintner, but Kintner is going to come away with possession and take it the other way. It looks like they're going to get Lexi Morton with a green card. Oh, a yellow card against Lexi Morton. So that's the first yellow card we've seen today, a 2-minute releasable penalty. That's just what the doctor ordered for the Griffins as they have no goals here in the third quarter. And once again, we're one Flagler goal away from a running clock. Seton Hill is trying to prevent that. So the Griffins will set up the power play. It's a sell. Unable to get by Figueres. They're going to get Molly Sloan there with the foul. Did not agree with the call there, did Molly Sloan, but the officials are going to give the free position to the Griffins. That was Forsythe taking it in. She'll back it out. The shot by Udovic, no good, just wide. And Caitlin Traynor picks it up. She'll pass it on over, and the Saints will take it the other way. This time it's Figueres. She gets it inside to Oniga. Just under 3:15 to play here in the third quarter. Only one goal the entire quarter. Once again, Flagler leads the quarter 1-0. Haven't really been in a rush, but haven't needed to be with the current 9-goal lead. That's Pinder attacking. She's making Olivia McMahon work on defense. She'll just get it behind to Oniga. Spatafora on defense. Oniga thought she may have had Teeple there on the cut. Decided to take the safer option, just bounce it out. 30 seconds on the shot clock here. "15 seconds left on the penalty. About 3 or 4 seconds separating the penalty and the shot clock. Flagler doing a great job possessing as Teeple goes inside, and she is fouled. And Coach Kellum saying that should be an 8-meter. The officials are not going to give it to him. Teeple shot, it is good! Looks like it went off the foot of Hathaway and got caught in the top of the net. And just like that, it's a 13-3 Flagler lead. And Carly Teeple knew she had to get the shot off quickly. And that it makes it a double-digit Saints lead, and now we are in running clock territory. So just about 1:30 to go. Once again, the clock is running, folks. If the Griffins can score, we'll start stopping the clock again. Otherwise, it'll be running clock for the foreseeable future. It goes directly back. A little scrum. And they're going to say Flagler ball interference, or it looked like on Kintner. And LaFerrier is going to move it on over to Stein. Molly Sloan looks up to Daisiel. Daisiel, nice fake. Moves it toward the middle. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Flagler can hold it for the last shot if they would like. So Oniga on the wing. Looks like she's just working the clock a bit. Defended nicely here by Spatafora. And they'll switch off. Oh, nice move by Pinder. Goes inside. It's LaFerrier off the pipe again. Just misses on that left post. 20 seconds left in the quarter as Pinder gets the ground ball. Oniga up top to LaFerrier. 10 seconds on the clock. Daisiel goes left. Out to Pinder. And unable to connect right in front of the goal there. So the score will remain 13-3. Flagler's on top of Seton Hill after a dominant quarter defensively for the Saints. We'll take a quick break here. Before we do, would like to thank Atlantic Dodge, a proud supporter of Flagler Athletics. How about Carmelo's, delivering old world quality? Thank you to Carmelo's. And finally, a personal favorite, Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. We'll be back in a second, folks. The score 13-3, Flagler on top here in St. Augustine. All right, fans, out of the break between the third and fourth quarter. Once again, the score 13-3, Flagler all over Seton Hill. Some of the leaders in scoring today, of course, for Flagler. Who else? Tristan Usher, 5 goals on the day so far. Sydney Oniga and Carly Teeple and Ella Pinder all with 2 goals. Shocker to see Lexi Morton only with 1, but they have not needed her to do all that much, with the rest of the team stepping up big. On the other side for Seton Hill, Udovic with 2 goals, Michaela Kintner with 1, and that's it, other than an assist from Elena Tassell.
Yeah, I have it as Flagler 13, Seton Hill 3, fourth quarter, 15 minutes on the clock.
So out of the break here, it's Miller and Udovic getting set for the draw. Once again, we'll have a running clock unless Seton Hill is able to score or make it a single-digit deficit. And a bit of a scrum here. Picked up by Udovic. Nice play there. Oh, and they immediately throw it away. An unforced error there. She tried to get it to Sell, who was unable to corral the pass. So once again, Flagler with possession as the clock will run. Yeah, beautiful night here in St. Augustine for some lacrosse. Flagler all over Seton Hill, as we've stated. It's been a very clean game from the Saints on both sides, but the defense in the third quarter not allowing a single goal. As Morton takes it, fires it right past Hathaway, and Morton has her second goal of the day, this time finishing with the left hand. So we said coming into the quarter, we hadn't said Lexi Morton's name that much today. Well, there she is, adding to her team-leading goal total. Now up to 27 goals, that is, and 7 assists on the season. And Miller and Udovic send the ball high up into the air. It's Pinder. Oh! Looks like her jersey got tugged. It looks like it was a bit incidental as the two players go back and forth there. It'll be Morton taking it behind the net, and she'll reverse and get it back up top. So it's Jendrick and Pinder up top. Oniga on the wing with the ball. Oniga defended nicely by Sutphin. Fires over to Jendrick. Jendrick with a head of steam there. Fires it out to Pinder. Pinder with a nice little face dodge. Pinder unable to finish. Looks like it was just wide. But also Hathaway got in the way there. So regardless, will count as a save for Allison Hathaway. Teeple coming around the cage. Thought better of it. Gets it up top to LaFerrier. LaFerrier on the ground. Shoots it behind the net. Tristan Usher is there to maintain possession for the Saints. 20 seconds on the shot clock. And Teeple buries one past Hathaway on the assist from Tristan Usher. Usher's so patient, just let her cutters develop. And it was Teeple on the finish there. So Teeple joining Tristan Usher. She now has a hat trick as well. And for Usher, that's her first assist of the game. So 6 points for Usher. She has been the major X factor here for Flagler on offense. So 15-3 the score. Flagler dominating the Griffins here with just over 11:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Draw goes up. We'll see who can get possession here. It looks like they're going to get Caitlin Traynor for a foul there. So the Griffins will have possession. So their first draw control here of the fourth quarter. Tassel works it back behind the cage. Back up top, it's Orlowski. Oh. And it looks like they're going to get Caitlin Traynor with the foul there. This would be a 12-meter free position for Orlowski. Nice defense. Oh, very slick move by Orlowski to pick it up. She loses possession, but Tassel is able to get it out to Sutphin, and oh, wide open. Oh, Kintner thought she had it wide open, just didn't look the ball in and dropped it right in front of the net. That'll be a turnover on number 5, Michaela Kintner. So Maddie Hartsock booking it the other way. Has Halford in the middle of the field. Halford, oh, nice save by Allison Hathaway. That would have been Halford's second goal of the day. It was a good look going down low, but Hathaway was ready for it. And they're going to call a green card on Lexi Morton. She doesn't know what it's for. But either way, Seton Hill, not the Pirates, will have it going the other way. Yeah, it looks like they got Morton for holding. A questionable call there, but either way, Seton Hill will have it. Behind the net, it's Udovic. It's Orlowski. Nice face dodge. Fires one wide right of the net. And they're going to say Marusko was the closest to the end line. So possession remains with the Griffins, and looks like we will get a foul. This time it's on Kenzie Dillon, Kenzie Dillon playing some terrific defense today. From the minute the game started until right now, she has been a force that Seton Hill has not been able to get over. 5 seconds remaining on the penalty. Orlowski driving, and she'll just go back out. Fires. And that one's wide right. So we're back to full strength here as Lexi Morton comes back out onto the field. What a nice feed there, but a very nice defense there. It was Jen Seabach. Looks like they're going to get her with a green card. No. Can't tell if they got Seabach or Hartsock there with the green card. Yeah, they're going to get it on Jen Seabach. Excuse me, no green card. It'll be a yellow card for Jen. So the clock turns off for that penalty. So 8:05 remaining here in the game. As it'll be Piper Conlon. And Piper just backs it on out. Moves it behind the cage. The feet up top. And they're going to get a shooting space call. So this time it's Sydney Marusco drawing the shooting space. You can tell that's what she was trying to do. And this would be big for Seton Hill if they can bury their first goal of the second half. And nope, they're going to work it on out. Marusco looking. She'll just get it over to Agnello. Agnello finds her cutter. It's Udovic, and well defended there by Molly Sloan. And Caitlin Trainer gets the stick within the passing lane, able to force a turnover as she just flips it over to Ribadenera. And Flagler able to get possession here with just over 1:05 remaining on the penalty. And just over 7 minutes remaining in the game. So Kenzie Dillon brings it into the offensive zone for the Saints. The name of the game right now is going to be possession for the Saints. Just work that clock, get out of the penalty. Just under 45 left on that penalty. Oh, Usher lost control a bit there. And they're going to catch Kara Gosnell for Seton Hill with the foul there. So Usher will have it still behind the net, this time on the far side. .20 seconds remaining on the penalty. About 25 seconds separate the penalty and the shot clock. As Pinder doing a nice job possessing it. Well defended there by Olivia McMahon. And Jendrick able to beat her man. And we are back to full strength here on both sides. Morton finds Teeple. Teeple with the finish. So it's Carly Teeple with her fourth goal of the day off the assist from Lexi Morton. You saw a great fake there by Teeple and just sneaks it around Hathaway. And just like that, it's 16-3. The Saints way out in front.
Flagler goal scored by number 7, Carly Teeple. Assist number 3, Lexi Morton.
So the clock's still running, just over 5:20 remaining in regulation. This time we'll see a new face for the Saints at the draw. It'll be Greta McGinnis, the sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, she started off the game here and then deferred to Allie Miller, but we're going to see McGinnis once more as the ball goes up. Well played by Udovic to get out of that scrum with the ground ball. And we're under 5 to play here. The Griffins do have possession. They work it back up top to Agnello. This time it's Twombly. Agnello tries a roller there. Misses the net, but the Griffins will retain possession as Orlowski was closest to the goal, or excuse me, the end line. Defended nicely by Stein. The ball kicking around here. Ooh. Looks like Seabach and Orlowski just ran into each other. Looks like they're going to get Seabach here. And they're going to call another yellow on Seabach. Yeah, you could tell it wasn't intentional by any means. Both sides just going for the ball. Seabach just ended up running into her, and that'll be her second yellow, so she is done for the day. But nonetheless, a great game from Jen Seabach. Oh, Orlowski fires one. And they're going to say it's possession to the Saints, so Eva Stein was ready for it. This time it's Figueres going the other way. Nice check from behind there by Orlowski. And the Griffins will get possession back. So Kintner will move it up. It's Rublewski who finds Twombly. Twombly gets it on over to Agnello, who runs down the alley trying to get it behind the goal. Oh, she drops it for a second. Orlowski looking. Driving left, she's looking to distribute. They're going to get Figueres with a foul there. Orlowski going the other way, and they're going to say she was fouled. So it looks like that'll be an 8-meter. It'll be Skylar Orlowski once again. Three minutes remaining here in the game. The score 16-3. Flagler on top. Orlowski shot just out of the reach of Ribadenera. And that's the first Seton Hill goal of the second half. It comes with 2:50 remaining in regulation. And that's Orlowski's first goal of the day. We said coming into play, she was the leading scorer. And that was her 9th goal of the season. So now it's 16-4. The clock is still running. We're going to need 3 more Seton Hill goals to not be running clock anymore. Now 2:20 remaining as we set up for another draw between Udovic and Greta McGinnis. And a nice draw control for the Saints. This time it's Molly Sloan. And with about 1:45 to play, the Saints are just going to try and wind that clock. They will need to get a shot off if they'd like, or they can just defer possession to Seton Hill with about 10 or 15 seconds remaining. It's Virginia Fisher weaving through the defense, just trying to maintain possession here. She does so successfully. So now it's Jendrick's turn to run around away from the Seton Hill defense. Jendrick going to the middle of the field, and she will shoot. And that one's saved by Allison Hathaway. We got to say, the Saints were all over Castellano, the goalkeeper, early. Made the change to Hathaway. Hathaway's put on a nice performance here in the second half. Has only given up 5 goals, and the freshman going up against the number 9 team in the country. That's very impressive stuff right there. So hopefully a bright future for Allison Hathaway if you're a Seton Hill fan. Down to 30 seconds remaining, folks, as we lose control here. And, yeah, they're going to say it's Flagler ball with 15 seconds on the clock, so that should just about do it. Flagler's just going to hold the ball. They move it over to Figueres, and Figueres moves it on back. And now we will just count ourselves down. So Flagler, another win. They make it 5 straight to improve to 7-1 on the season, 4-1 at home. For the Griffins, they fall to 0-3 on the season. A good effort, but Flagler with an all-around clean game. Offense, defense, goalkeeping, everything was on point for the Saints. So thank you all for tuning in with us. Once again, the score 16-4. Flagler gets the win. Until next time, folks, I'm Kyle McCarthy. For all of us here at Flagler College, we say so long.